decided, you know what, I'm going to scrape this idea and I'm going to do something a little bit more original, because the MetalGuru, it just feels like I'm just taking off of another name from one of my favorite bands. So I figured, you know what, let's be original about something. You know, I love thrash metal in general, but, you know, no bands themselves would take off the name. But I guess I figured I wanted to do something, so I called myself ThrashMetalGuru, and I wanted to kind of start anew, kind of be like the phoenix rising from the ashes.
Right.
And and just be a little bit more new, because back then I was a bit impressionable about certain people on YouTube, and I've made my recent video over that, by the way, and I think you commented over that. And, you know, I figured I gotta learn more about my mistakes. I have to be more better than what I am, because when I look at the old content back in the days, I was ashamed of myself. So I figured, you know what, I'll put my foot down, I'll be more real about what I'm going to do, and, you know, my cursing, my sense of thinking into knowledge kind of grew a little bit, and I just figured I like the way that I'm going, I love the way that I'm going. I still like to be a laid-back kind of guy, but sometimes I have this attitude of not really giving a fuck about what people, you know, tend to throw at me, because, you know, I feel like I've been a pushover for far too long. But at the same time, you know, I like reaching out to people. That's the guru part about me, is because I like being a nice guy, and I love reaching out to people, and I love being nice. And it's just the other side of me that calls people out for some of this stupid stuff, and there's been many people before McJuggernuggets that I've called out, even before the days. So up to that point in transition, that is when I began to meet you, and I met, like, so many other people during that transition, too, and that is how I became ThrashMetalGuru, because I became more, you can say more mature, but also a little bit more aggressive about, you know, how I go things, but still in a calm, laid back.
Well, I mean, first of all, like, I don't remember really seeing a lot of your older stuff. I mean, obviously, I saw you when you were pretty much, when you pretty much jumped on the McJuggernuggets bandwagon. Now, I want to see if we can compare stories here. Now, when you started jumping on the McJuggernuggets bandwagon, how did you even get involved with McJuggernuggets? Like, how did you even know about him? How did you, like, come to find out about him? Because if you ask me, I don't mind telling everybody the story first. How I came across McJuggernuggets, I go on this site. Many people go on this site known as WorldStar Hip Hop. Now, WorldStar Hip Hop is the site where there's a lot of videos that shows a lot of stupid things, and some of them go viral. Most on WorldStar Hip Hop is mostly a lot of underground artists that trying to get noticed and whatever. So that's where they get their start. So I was on WorldStar one day, and I saw the video. It says Dad Mo's kids video games. So I'm sitting here like, okay. So I saw it, and I couldn't help to die laughing, because I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, hold up. This is a kid who all he does is play video games, and his dad is like getting on him about getting a job. So he literally mows the fucking video games with his lawnmower. So I said to myself, hold up, I wonder if there's more videos like this. So come to find out, he does have a YouTube. So I was like, oh my god, there's more videos like this where he's just like, where his dad is just breaking shit. So I was like, yo, let me find this out. So I just started looking at it, like, and at first, I'll admit, I was suckered in at first, because I was like, because you only see the Psycho series. So when you first see it, I got a little suckered in, because I was like, oh god, I can't believe this is happening to this kid. At first, I actually felt bad for the nigga, but then as I continued to watch, I started to hate him. And it was like, okay, this is no longer funny no more. Like, now this is just all bullshit. Like, go ahead, DarkAngel, and go ahead.
Yeah, I don't, like, the first time I seen videos is when my brother, because my brother loves McJugger my balls. But, he loves the hell out of that dude. And, well, it's also because, you know, yeah, he has a crush on him. But
that is not a punchline. That is real facts. Score one for the team. Yes. All right, go ahead.
But it's like, you know, like the first time I seen it was with my brother, and I just thought he was stupid. Like, from the beginning, I just thought, I never felt bad for the kid. And my brother, every time, like, someone talks shit about him, my brother gets so pissed off. And I like, why are you getting pissed off over a dude that you don't even know? For one. And for two, the dude is lazy. 3, the dude is just, he's just slack all together. So it's like, it's not even worth it. That dude is not even worth it. He shouldn't even be making videos. He should just stop.
Alright, dude, go ahead.
Okay. Well, how this all began for me was kind of, it wasn't really expected because I wasn't the first one to figure this out. Like, in the household, my own father was watching it. He was the first to notice this. And, you know, he says, hey, you know, you got to come see this. It was like, okay, what's going on? It's like, you're not going to believe like what like you're about to see here. It's like, okay, you know, what is this? So he hands me the tablet. It's like, you know, you got to watch it. So I ended up watching, and the first thing I just hear is the loud word fuck out of nowhere, and I automatically assumed it's like, okay, this is probably going to be, you know, something bad or confrontation here, or confrontational, I'm sorry. He notices all his video games are gone. It's like, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. So after the part where I see his dad mow his video games, I lost it for a second. I was like, oh my god. I was laughing. I was like, oh my god, this dude is funny. And, you know, and like I said, in comparison with, you know, with DJ over here, my good homeboy, 85% of the story that, like I'm gonna share with him, it kind of matches up because it's a bit the same, but a little bit's the different. But I'm sorry, I kind of like I chopped that real bad. But when I first saw that, I thought it was funny. But like when I got into like about maybe 4 or 5 of these videos, you know, my mentality of it being funny, it really transitioned to like, oh my god, it just became cringeworthy. And I got so pissed off at the fact that so many things in that household, electronics or anything like that, were getting destroyed, and that was just money going down the toilet. That's what really pissed me off the most. And it really got to a point, it's like, you know what, this is just too out of hand. This is just, I couldn't take it. And I began to see that Juggernuggets was becoming more, you know, ungrateful, spoiled, rotten asshole.
I mean, more or less. More or less. You know, it's ridiculous because again, you know, when you first see the videos, you get suckered in because when you first see it, you're like, oh, like your first initial reaction is to feel bad for him because you're like, oh wow, now I feel bad for this kid. But then as you continue to watch, you go from laughing hysterically to like, okay, then it's somewhat funny. Then it goes from somewhat funny to like, okay, this is just bullshit now. Like, this is like not even cool now. You know what I mean? Like, it's retarded. Like, it really truly is. I mean, you want to add something on this, Matt?
Not on this. I'm gonna actually switch things up a minute. This is Kevin C here. How you doing, man?
Oh man, how you doing? I'm sorry. Like, I couldn't hear that much. How you doing? I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm doing
pretty good.
I'm gonna switch things up and kind of change the subject for a minute. Now, how does the whole money situation work with getting paid through YouTube? And does it go by how many views you have?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I mean, with that, I mean, it can go between both. Like, I'm really unsure. I mean, I only got paid once, but, you know, your subscribers and your views, you know, once you reach up a certain amount, like, they'll give you, like, a threshold or something like that. I can't really reveal my personal information because they've terminated that. But what I can tell you just in general is that based upon the number of views that you get, like, when you reach a certain amount, you'll get, like, a threshold. And once you get to that, with a certain amount of viewers, it will make it a little bit more easier, just depending on the partnership that you have. Because so far I'm partnered with Full Screen, so that's kind of like where I'm transitioning to. So yeah, it's depending on both.
What's the most views you have on a particular video?
Well, that's really kind of hard. I would have to go through, but so far I think it's the specific one I made over about McJuggernuggets, and I think that one accumulated over 13,000 views, and that was very unexpected. You know, I could be wrong. There could be something else that kind of goes over that, but that one, by far, is the one that definitely reaches over the most.
Now,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Now, wait a minute. Now, do you mean 13,000 views with the McJuggerNugget series, or is there one particular video where it's 13,000 views?
Yeah, it's just that one particular video with 13,000 views. It was a mixed controversy between a lot of people discussing the whole real and fake thing, which, like I said, I can search that up real quick. You know what? I was wrong. It was 23,157 views. And that's my update with on McJuggerNuggets video. Where I'm wearing the hoodie.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm like jealous because my one video of McJuggerNuggets, I think it's entitled "No One Cares Anymore McJuggerNuggets." I have like over 1,000 views, and that's just my only video that has like over 1,000 views.
Wow. Like
the second highest is like 800 something views, and it was also a McJuggerNuggets themed video. But like I don't know, man. It like I think as of late it seems like, no disrespect to everything else on YouTube, but it seems that like McJuggerNuggets is like the thing to watch on YouTube now. It's like ridiculous. I mean, no disrespect to the music and like the rock bands or whatever, but it seems like for like an episodic saga, it seems like McJuggerNuggets it's like winning right now, which is really sad, honestly, to say the least.
Indeed, I do agree, but you know, a lot of people will argue the fact that, and they will say this about any other person that I would make a video about, like, if you're talking about it, you're just going to promote it. Well, I get that part, you know, at the other part of it, at the same time, you know, you're kind of expressing just what you feel about it. You know, if people don't express what they feel, then there's no point, there's no balance to it. Some people are going to say, well, they like them, well, some people are going to say they don't. That's the point of, you know, expressing yourself, just not going too far in that extent, but, you know, some people will just argue that, but the best thing I can just do is brush that off, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's just an opinion, by the way, just despite the fact that it's going to promote you or not, whether they're talking shit about you or, you know, talking good about you. You know, basically what I was doing, I was fed up with what I saw, and, you know, I decided to say my stuff about it, and I haven't even felt bad since.
Okay, now let's talk about this. I mean, I actually did a video on this not too long ago, and other YouTubers have done videos about this subject. What was, obviously, if you're a YouTuber like myself and ThrashMetalGuru, you have no choice but to look at the comments that you receive from, you know, from the people that watch them. And some of them are pretty outrageous. So let me ask you this, dude. What was the most outrageous or a group of outrageous comments that you've ever read about yourself?
Oh, the one I do remember, I can't specifically recall, like, exactly what it says, but I can recall, like, in general about what it was, but, like, it was the most, like, the spelling was way off, but it was to the point where there were some people going to the part where it says, just put I would hand you a gun on a silver platter, so that way you could shoot yourself. That's what one person said to me before. I would have to go back and look at the other one, but, like, I had one dude, he just went out of his way to just diss me so far, but, you know, I didn't really take it to like a personal level, but, you know, like, the worst one I got, I think, was one that was threatening to beat the crap out of me just for speaking my own opinion about McJuggerNuggets, and it was ridiculous. I recall, like, all these comments that I had, you know, on my tablet. I had to go through every single one of them just to find it. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to look through that right now, because I do remember a specific one on a video here.
I have a question. Are you sure it's not from a dude named Adam Pierce?
I don't recall that, but I do recall the video that it is. It's called the final chapter of McJuggerNuggets. Now, I say final chapter, but there was, like, the current thing. But not to get off subject, but I do have the comments here down below.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so let me just exit out of this. I had long hair back then of the day, and my little video player is just refusing to stop the video. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Well, go ahead,
scroll all the way through.
Well, go ahead, take your time. It's just like take your time, I guess. I mean, just, you know, it's okay. Well, while you look for that, I guess one time, I think this had to been the the video of No One Cares About You, McJuggernuggets or whatever, and this kid in this